I'm putting this in. Round 7 of NEMX Spring Series. Yeah, 3 rounds left, including today. I'm in second in open B points, 10 points behind the leader, and there's a guy about 10 points behind me. 450B, I'm in third, about 20 points away from second, and he's about 20 points away from the leader. So, not as focused on 450B because that's more of a long shot, but open B I definitely want to do good. So this weekend it's all 4 motos for the overall. So 2 today, 2 tomorrow for each class. Not too worried about the overall, just worried about the points. But it's raining today and it shouldn't rain tomorrow. So hopefully we get through today, not so muddy, and keep it kind of clean for tomorrow. The track also has a completely different layout than last time I rode here. And I only raced here once, like 2 years ago. So it looks really fun today, and I think it'll be better than the old layout. First practice out there now. I'm gonna head down, and hopefully it's not too slick. Got the subframe black now with grip tape. Graphic. New rear wheel. Match the front. Looks a lot better. Did practice. It's really sandy here and really hard packed underneath, so it's gonna be sketchy because that's 2 different types of riding. Sand, you're trying to float on top, and then a square edge, it's like it'll catch you off guard, and there's like kickers on some of the jumps and stuff, but I'll have to try to keep it in mind. I'm gonna head down there now for the first moto, and I think I'm gonna take the e-bike and just see how it goes. So I was on the Alta. It was raining, and the start pad here is smooth concrete, so it's really tricky because you just start spinning pretty easily. So yeah, on the gate, map 4, and I just spun the whole length of the gate. But somehow I actually got into a decent position by the time we got in the corner, and I was in about 4th. So I was pretty stoked with that. And I was running pretty good, and I was maybe losing like a spot a lap or so. No real big sketchy moments. Some of the jumps here have some pretty big kickers. That's a little scary. You gotta be ready for them, or you gotta try to avoid them really good. The Alta, I was just map 4 on the throttle stop for a lot of the track, and it just wasn't enough. Like, I could feel spots where I needed more power, but with it being wet like this, I have a new tire on, but it's not a sand tire, so I think I would have done better with one. And the bike was just a little slow for my taste. So I don't know. I ended up 7th in that one, so I'm not bummed. Finished a few spots ahead of some of the guys in the championship, so that's cool. Gained some points. So Moto 1 of 450B, raced down to 350. Still kind of raining, and off the gate, I spun quite a bit there too, but just got a bad run into the corner. I was making some passes through the pack, and it was all right, but ended up still having that little bit of a clutch issue where it doesn't want to fully disengage. I stalled it landing on the first table, and tried to pop start it, and then tried hitting the button, rolling into the corner. Got lapped when I was on the ground, or when I was getting up, and made like 2 or 3 more passes, but not much. So I ended up like 17th in that moto. So fast. just finished up Moto 3. So second moto of Open B. I'm doing the 350 the rest of the day. And finally it cleared up, it dried out. Everything was so much nicer without dealing with all the water. Spun a little bit off the start, but I was pulling into the first corner and came out around 4th, so that was pretty cool. Pretty happy with that. And oh man, there was a real close pass in that second corner. Like some guy somehow hit the inside line on the outside of me, and that is such a tight corner. It's crazy. Yeah, lost maybe a couple spots, but honestly felt pretty good in that moto. And track's a little sketchy, so yeah, tiptoe and like in some of the corners just because the bike wants to wash out a bit, and you gotta watch out for those kickers. But did pretty good in that one. Ended up probably about 6th or 7th again, and a few spots ahead of the guys or a spot or two ahead of the guys in the championship points. So gaining more points. 4 motos left in this championship, 2 here and 2 at Winchester, and I'm probably less than 5 points behind now. So it's getting real close, and I really just got to keep pushing, minimize mistakes, and I really want that championship. Got to get it. So about to head up there for second moto 450B, last moto of the day for me on the first half of the Capeway weekend. Hoping to have these videos around 10 to 15 minutes like I had in that poll. It's probably be one video, and then tomorrow on Sunday will probably be a separate video. Dead last again. Stop. Just finished up last moto of the day and went just as rough as the first moto in that class. Horrible start, made some passes, and I was riding pretty good. I was happy with how I was riding. And then just a dumb little tip over. Just because like the edges of the tracks are sandy and they kind of bank, and I just caught the bank and just slid right out. And I couldn't really get the bike started for a little bit. So it is what it is. Kind of cruised around the end. Probably same 17th or whatever for this moto. So bad finishes for 450B. Not too worried about it, but Open B is where I got good finishes and where all the points matter. Hopefully I'm in a good spot going into the last couple motos. So that's about it for this video. Gonna go wash up, just relax for the rest of the night until tomorrow.